Hello there, Aquarius. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your December 2022 tarot reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Turn knowledge into wisdom, wolf spirit, and discovery. You know, there's a sense here where your wisdom, okay, that you have gained on your path is helping you to discover something new about yourself, or relationships. There's like a golden nugget of information that you are gaining. Really interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, this is lovely. Okay. So we have, to be fair, on the bottom, this is the Libra card, you know, justice, finding balance, finding the answers that you're looking for. And then we have your energy, Aquarius, star energy on the bottom. So lots of air energy here. You know, it's kind of a sense of understanding that the knowledge that you have gained, you know, knowledge is, you know, those bits and pieces of information that we gain along up the way. It's almost like you're stepping into this energy of having all of these different pieces of a puzzle, and then, whoa, it all comes together. It's almost this sense of alchemy, that it comes together to give you this golden nugget of information, of wisdom that you can use in a certain situation, especially if you're feeling stuck right now. You know, we have the full moon in Gemini on December 7th. You know, Gemini is a fellow air sign. So it could, you know, that's a sense of clarity. I feel like you're gaining all of these little nuggets of information, but then all of a sudden you can put them all together to have a bigger sense of information. Okay, so we have 7 of Pentacles. Wow, 7 of Cups. You know, a lot of confusion, putting a lot of time and energy into something, and it's almost like you don't have any clarity. You could be thinking, do I have clarity about the situation? Do I have clarity about, you know, how can I get clarity about how to move forward? It's this sense of, you know, almost having like too many options to choose from, but it's like you're stuck in this. It's interesting, kind of like a hamster wheel. It's kind of like stuck in almost like analysis, paralysis by analysis, right? Almost like looking at the options, and it's time to make a decision. With the Judgment card, it's making the decision about how you are going to move forward. And then we have the King of Wands underneath there. I love this. The King of Wands is someone that knows how they're going to proceed and steps into that energy, is inspiring, motivated, takes action. So if you're feeling like you're all up in your head, you know, you have ideas going, but you don't seem to have the inspiration, the motivation to move forward. I think that is what's coming, especially around that full moon in Gemini. So let's see what we have here. We have the Strength card, and we have Between Worlds. So you're kind of like on this precipice, you know, in between worlds, trying to move forward, and yet kind of like almost stuck in your head once again. You know, yeah, we have the Two of Pentacles. What am I going to do? You could be even like having, you know, like a couple of different jobs going, couple of different ideas going. It's kind of like, you know, this kind of spinning plates up in the air type of energy. What am I going to do? How am I going to get there? You may be even confused about what it is that you truly want. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't know, you know? So let's take a look here with this. Yeah, Two of Wands, the Lovers, and then the Five of Wands with the Justice on the bottom again. You know, making the decision about, you know, how you're going to move forward. You know, no longer allowing, you know, this sense Five of Pentacles, of unworthiness, or, lack of funds, or limiting beliefs, no longer allowing that to make your decisions. It's kind of like, no, I have to walk towards what is going to make me happy. Because here we have the Two of Wands. It's almost like, the Two of Wands is putting out a prayer to the universe, trying to choose the path that you're going to go on. You're kind of waffling at this time, perhaps looking at different options, spending a lot of time researching something, or just asking other people. It's almost this sense of, okay, you got to make a decision, And I feel like you're coming into that, with the Lover's card. It's the old choice card in Tarot. It's the Gemini energy. So once again, that full moon in Gemini on December 7th, I think will help you to find that clarity. It's going to have something, that full moon in Gemini can be very emotional too. I feel like something is going to surface. It's going to be like, yes, okay, that's the direction I'm going to go in. Because you're getting on top of perhaps other competitors, getting on top of, looking for other, other viewpoints. You could be asking a lot of questions of people that or looking for a lot of information on the internet or something, getting on top of all that and deciding what is it Aquarius. So what decision is Aquarius making in this situation? Now, I'm going to say you have 3 sevens here. The one that is missing is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is about self-sabotage, the things that we do to hold us back from what we really and truly want. And I feel like that is where you're coming into, understanding that maybe you have given up your power a little bit in this decision making, allowing perhaps what other people or other influences, I know even for myself, like I was looking at purchasing a new appliance, and then I got onto the internet, and you start reading about the different brands and the different options, and I was just, it was a simple dishwasher. All I wanted it to do was to wash my dishes. And I got onto the internet and I was getting so confused about the different brands and everything. And then I was just kind of like, okay, what is it that I really want my dishwasher to do? I'm really one of those people. I don't need to have a zillion different buttons on my appliances. I want it to wash my dishes, and I want my dishes to come out clean. That's about basically what a dishwasher is meant for, right? And I don't really care about, delaying it or having, that third rack or, whatever. That's just not for me. I'm very simple. I put my dishes in there and I want them to do their thing and then come out clean. And so I feel like it's the same thing here. You've almost kind of overwhelmed yourself with options. And now it's kind of like, okay, I've just got to make a decision. And it's kind of like getting back into your gut. It's kind of like, okay, which one of these, looks the best? Yeah, because here we have the Thinker card. This is your obstacle. Kind of almost overthinking it, wondering like, how is this going to turn out? But there is a little bit of divine timing here with the Wheel of Fortune, knowing that, perhaps the right option hasn't yet shown up. That perhaps all of this chaos, this feeling of overwhelmedness, right, is, it's kind of like for me, if, I was doing all this internet stuff and then I actually went to, the store to buy an appliance, I had all this information, but when I got there, they didn't actually have the one that I saw on the internet, but I found one that I was like, oh yeah, that looks good. It has the features I'm looking for and it's at the price that I want. And oh, you can deliver it. And oh yeah, that's great. I'll go for it. And I feel like it's almost that type of a situation where it's kind of like, oh, I did all of this, overthinking. And it's not that, we don't want to do some research and stuff, but it's almost like you may have kind of done a little bit of overthinking. Yeah. So, we have the Three of Swords. I feel like you're kind of disappointed about the way something worked out, right? And yet at the same time, here comes the apology. And it's bringing in the 10 of Pentacles. It could be that it is, like a business that you may have started that just seems to, you're putting all this time and energy into it. You have all of these different products or services that you're trying to put out there. And then it's kind of like, okay, I've got to focus on one. It's almost like you've scattered your energy. You have too many options or things that you're thinking about. It's kind of like just focus on one and put your time and energy into it. So when you do that, you turn this disappointment, right? You're focusing on one cup. You're saying, okay, I'm going with option B and I'm putting all my time and energy into that. And when you do, it pays off for you. So it's not that you're saying no to all of the other options, right? You're just saying, I'm focusing on this one for now. And then once I get that up and going, then I'll focus on another. I think that is what is coming into this sense of wisdom, is that you're looking at this and you're understanding that you've just kind of scattered your own focus, your own time and energy way too thin in some situation. And that it is, making you feel like you're not getting back out of it what it is that you're putting into it. Now, the way to turn that around, right, is to take a look at this as, the positives, with the blessings that have come your way because of the experience that you have had. So once again, it could be that, you want to start your own business. You had, we had the 7 of Cups. So you had 7 products that you were trying to sell. But you were spinning plates trying to keep those 7 products going, advertising those 7 products, producing those 7 products, doing the customer service or whatever for those 7 products. It was too much. It was just too much. Your energy was too scattered. So you only chose one of those products. Perhaps you put all 7 up and you chose the one that was performing the best, right? Or the one that was nearest and dearest to your heart. Put all your time and energy into that. And then what happens is that it, pays off because you're focusing your energy. Now, the other 6 products, okay, once you get the one up and going, then you could choose another one and then get that one up and going too. It's not that you're saying no to the other 6. It's just that I'm going to focus on one. Now, here's the knowledge or the wisdom, right? You've kind of gained a lot of knowledge by having all of these 7 products. It's not time wasted, right? You already kind of know, you have some foundation with them. So when you go back to them, then they will pay off for you. It's just a matter of getting really inspired, choosing one, making that big decision. Okay, where am I going to focus my time and energy? I'm going to focus it, and then I'm going all in. And that is the energy that I have here. Understanding that, it's kind of interesting because you have the Justice card under here, and, it says to be fair. To be fair, can you have 7 products, right? Let's say, go back to this, 7 different products and put the amount of time and energy that the King of Wands wants to put into those 7 projects. To be fair, probably not, right? Not to get all 7 up and going at the same time. And that's the key. It's kind of like, okay, I'm not saying no forever to the other 6. I'm just choosing one and really focusing on it, getting really, jazzed up. They're saying jazzed up, kind of an interesting term, but kind of getting really inspired, stepping into your King of Wands. Okay, this is the one I'm going to focus on. I'll come back and revisit the other 6 at a later time. Yeah, this is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. Because right now, you're kind of like doubting yourself. You're sitting here thinking, oh my goodness, I'm doing all of this work. Because Aquarius, I think you are. You're doing all of this work. And yet at the same time, you're not getting rewarded for it, right? So you're kind of thinking, oh my goodness, there's something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you, Aquarius. It's just that you're spread too thin. So once again, it's about, okay, I'm going to try a new tactic, right? Look at the Fool. The Fool has very little, has this one little knapsack, right? So it's about choosing the one thing that you want to really focus on. And then look, he has one golden nugget there. It's like, okay, I'm going to focus on this one thing and really put my time and energy. I'm going to love this one little nugget, this one little knapsack. I'm only going to love that, and I'm going to see it to the end. And when you do, you step into this sense of really loving yourself, loving what it is that you're producing and putting out there, and that will help to bring the rewards that you are looking for. Really lovely energy. Really lovely. Okay, so let's go pull a soul truth card for you to get some final advice. And Aquarius, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right, what can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. Okay, so when I was reading that, the message I got is that, you know, when we put ourselves out into too many avenues, you know, you have your 7 products and you're putting yourself out too much, too thin. When you choose one star, and you see, you know, Jill is pointing to one star there. When you choose that one star, you can do a much better job with that one nugget, that one star, that one product. It's going to help to make a bigger difference in the people that you are trying to reach. It could be that you're trying to reach too many people with too many options, right? And by narrowing your focus, you're going to actually make a bigger difference in the people that you are trying to reach. And then because of that, they are going to become very loyal customers. They will share, okay, your product, your service, your whatever it is that you're trying to put out there with other people. They will actually become advertisers for you, right? Word of mouth. They will share the good news with other people. So I feel like, you know, this is really kind of a reminder, right, to all of us that sometimes we do try to do too much, and when we do too much, sometimes we don't do as well of a job as well as we would really like. Well, I'm going to leave it there, Aquarius. I do wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.